next important thing that we need to talk about now, succeeding the general arrays in PHP, is the associative arrays. Now, we've dealt with the general arrays. Let us write a code to demonstrate associative arrays. Okay, and to do that, we just create a new PHP script succeeding the previous, and we save it and call it associative underscore arrays, okay, .php. Right, so we save it. Good. So now that we have saved that, let's change the title and call it of course associative arrays. Right, so having done that, we head to the body tag, and then we call this we create another PHP tag here. Okay, once we create another PHP tag here, then we close it. Now, in order to declare associative array, I need you to pay very close attention. It's just like declaring any other variables that we have, like we've seen previously. So let's call this ASOC array. Okay. Now, there's just a slight difference between these things, these kinds of arrays. Okay. For the associative array, let's say, okay, tongue, we create it within a quote, okay, and then we call this point, or let's say taste, tongue is mapped into, we create another quote, okay, and call it for taste. Okay, now right there, this is our first member of array, tongue mapped into taste. That's what it means. Okay, now let's declare the next element, okay, and call this skin. Let's map skin into touch. Yeah. Okay, then the next one, let's call this eyes, mapped into sight. Okay, then what else do we have there? We have taste, we have touch, we have sight. Let's do a fourth one and call this one ears for hearing. Okay, ears for hearing, and I think that should do. That should perfectly do. Okay, so what we've simply done in here is that we have declared an array of maps, mapping tongue to taste, skin to touch, then eyes to sight, and of course ears to hearing. This is not supposed to be here, and that must have been a typo. So Now what we want to do is declare um the output. And how do we generate the output? We're going to generate the output by mentioning the LHS. Like, let's conceptually, if you're going to understand how associative arrays are, is mapping. Okay, there's a sort of a topic in mathematics called mapping. For those of us that have done advanced mathematics and all that, but that's not what I don't want to bother you with all those intricacies. What you need to understand is this: imagine it as left hand side, right hand side. Associative arrays have LHS as left hand side that maps, okay, let's say LHS that maps into RHS. That's this part. Okay, so for every LHS you have an RHS, just like saying left and right. For every left you have a right. Okay, the same thing goes for this. So you have skin being mapped into touch, then you have eyes being mapped into sight, then you have ears being mapped into hearing. Now the next thing we want to do here is we want to output the array. And how do we do that? Let's say a sock array. Yeah. Let's say tongue. Let's just try that out. Okay, and see what it brings up to the browser. Okay. Let's put this in quotes. Okay. So array points. It should be talk, and it should be in quotes. Single quotes, actually. Okay. Now this red thing indicates there's an error somewhere. So here, I think this should be it. Yeah. Okay. So we save, and then let's run it on the real-time browser and see what that brings us for us. Okay, taste. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, this is taste, and taste is being mapped into tongue. Okay, so if we're calling out, we should be calling out the LHS, not the RHS, because this is very, very important. Now let's call out the next LHS, which is skin, and see the outputs. Okay, so you see it's touch. Then the next one is eyes. This is eyes. Okay, we save, and then sight. Eyes gives us sight. What's the next thing there? We have ears. So this is ears. Ears. Ears gives us hearing. You see that? So we're in place. Now, finally, just before we go, let's try and variable dump the contents, all the contents of this array, the ASOC array, and this is how we do that. Yes, ASOC array. Then of course, don't forget to close your statement. It's very important. Then you save. Let's see that. You see that now. Now we've not. We need to actually separate the lines, so we won't be having issues with the points, the break points. Should be nicely formatted in such a way that it should be nice to be seen. Okay, so you see that now. So we have hearing in the first line, and then we have this. Now, if you recall, in the general arrays, similar thing happened here when we use the variable dump. You can see here the variable dump. The variable dump brings out the entire variables as well as their characters. You see, you have an array of 4 elements here. Then of course you have the thong. The thong is the first element. Okay, you don't call these, and the string is 5. You don't call these by 0 or 1. We call it, it's being referenced by the LHS. The LHS is taking the record set here. Here you have tongue, you have taste, you have touch for the eyes, of course, and then you have sight, ears, and then you have each of the strings being spelled out too in characters. The last one has 7 characters, the hearing. Okay, so this is very, very important for us to get the concept of arrays, associative arrays. The difference between associative arrays and general arrays is the fact that the general arrays are called numerically by their elements, and of course they initialize at 0. Now in the associative arrays, we have elements being called out by the LHS. That's the first descriptor by the left, the tongue. This sign here represents a mapping. The tongue is being mapped into taste, the skin is being mapped into touch, the eyes is being mapped into sight, while the ears is being mapped into hearing. So that's just about all on associative array, fundamentals of associative arrays. Associative arrays and general arrays are widely used in PHP in handling lots of data. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.